Harambe YouTube, it is Thursday, so you know what that means. Another action figure unboxing. We're doing action figures every Thursday in March, so stay tuned to the channel. We got some good stuff coming, and today we're going to be doing an action figure that I am happy to have in my collection. I'm talking about the Retrocard G.I. Joe Classified Flint. I really got into G.I. Joes a couple years ago. Started off with a roadblock, started building that, and to be quite honest with you, I haven't seen too many Flint action figures that really drew me to them, but I dug this and I found it at a great price. I like the simplicity of it and the straightforwardness of it, and you know, for being a retro card, I think it has a very tough look. It's not as cartoony as I would usually expect. But let's get into it. The way I do these reviews, I use a 3A criteria. We're going to talk about the appearance. Does it capture the essence of the character? Does it have cool features? We're going to talk about the articulation. How does it move? How does it pose? And we're going to talk about the accessories, of which we have plenty here. And so let's get to it. Get it opened up and get hands on it. I really like these retro card figures. They have little biographies on the back that let you know about him. He's a warrant officer. His primary specialty is infantry. Secondary specialty, helicopter pilot. Birthplace, Wichita, Kansas. A former Rhodes Scholar and thorough tactical planner. First personally led half a dozen rescue missions in hostile territory. For obvious reasons of security, were never publicized, let alone admitted to. So that gives you a little bit of background on the Flint character. So let's see here. Comes with a G.I. Joe stand here. Let's see. I've had some trouble with these stands, getting them to actually fit. But yeah, this guy fits perfectly in the stand there. Got the accessories. Oh. Yeah, getting out these smaller accessories like the hands really get me. We got it right here. All right, so let's talk about Flint here. So we're talking about the appearance. It definitely has that classic Flint look. I love what they did with the hairstyle, really textured, nice there. He has the stubble on the face. He's grizzled. He's tough. And he's not overly muscled, which is a nice change with a lot of these action. And I like what they're doing more recently with the G.I. Joe is they're giving them different builds. Back when I was collecting, they all had big muscly builds, no matter who they were. But now you can see a clear difference between somebody like Roadblock or Rock and Roll and somebody like Flint here. He's athletic, but not overly muscled. You know, definitely has a tactical, practical look here. We have the dark army green pants, which I dig with the black t-shirt here. And I love the fact that, and this is going to be getting into a little bit of articulation here, but with a lot of the G.I. Joes, you will have bulky flak jackets or overshirts that really get in the way of the articulation. But you look at here with just the basic, just the basic shirt, you can take full advantage of these butterfly joints here. So you can get that full range of motion backward and forward because you don't have a bulky jacket or flat jacket or vest. So I definitely, I mean, as far as appearance goes, I would give this an A. Outside of the stubble, the face is a little bit basic, or else it'd be an A plus, but I dig it. Next, going down the articulation, standard fare for your Hasbro's. We have a ball jointed head. We have the shoulders with the butterfly cut out so you get extended the range of motion across the chest and backwards. And the arm, it goes all the way around and up and down. We have a cut at the bicep for horizontal movement. Double jointed pinless elbows. And the hands, they actually come out, but they go all the way around. And the joints, they go up and down so you can actually maneuver guns more realistically. When they started doing this, I was confused because if you collect a lot, especially wrestling action figures, you will know that the hand joints are usually back and forward. And then I started noticing that with G.I. Joes in certain hands, the motion is up and down. And I was actually looking at a Jaguar's Call of Duty action figure when I noticed that up and down motion when you have a gun in your hand and it's at eye level, you don't have to put the shoulder straight back. You can actually get a little tilt on that arm to handle the weapons. That's why they started doing that up and down motion. If you guys were wondering about that, I think that is a very cool touch that they added. Okay, going down to the torso, it is on a swivel. Not a lot of movement there. Or is it? Yeah. That is a swivel, a very stiff swivel. And the hips, not really a lot of movement there. The legs are on a ball joint coming from the hip. We have a cut in the thigh for horizontal movement. We have pinless, double jointed knees. A cut in the calf here for horizontal movement, left to right. And the ankles go forward, back, side to side, and they fit very comfortably in the stand that comes with it. So the articulation, I would give it a B+. I really, really like the fact that you get full use of these butterfly cuts here because it's not impeded by another piece. So I really did that. Also, I didn't talk about as well the cool gun holster here and the belt. I think the belt is a little bit unnecessary, but it's not a bad look. It's just a little bit gratuitous in my opinion. So let's talk about the accessories. We have the hat, which I wouldn't have argued if they would have had the hat molded to the head, because that is, to me, when I think of Flint, I think of this look with his hat there. But I'm not going to complain about that. We have a backpack here. Army green, looks like we have flares on top, a couple of grenades, and a flask on the bottom. There's only two colors. We have the flares, or red. We have the army green backpack. I feel like they could have did something more with color to differentiate the pieces here. That is one complaint I have a lot with the accessories, especially the backpacks, is they're just too monotone. And then we have his sidearm here. I am not a gun expert, so I'm not going to try to guess what this is. But his sidearm goes here in his holster. It's snugly, and his weapon is, signature weapon is the shotgun here. Now I like this because you have the gun itself, the metal is black, and then the pump and the other part, I'm not sure what that is. Here we go. Give you a look at that. That is a dark army green. That's a very cool looking accessory. So here we go. And then we have multiple hands. We have an open hand right here. And then we have a pointing hand, and the hands are all gloved. I know I was confused when I looked at the hands, and they all have like a African American skin texture or skin tone, but then you look at the actual picture, oh, they're gloves. So that's why they're brown. And then we have a couple of fists. See if I can get a good shot of these. Their fists, you know what fists look like. And so that's it for accessories. I'll give the accessories a B minus. Nothing bad or egregious, but nothing that's really mind blowing. You know, knocks it out of the park. But I think overall it's a good action figure, especially at the price I got it. It is around the $20 price point, which I will not complain about, especially in these times right now. The articulation is a little bit limited. I wish they would do something to give that torso a little bit more motion, but we have everything else moving well. I definitely dig it. If you could find it at that $20 price point, I think it is a great find. If you're a Flint fan, you probably find one now for $25-$30. But I would suggest waiting. There are a couple of different Flint action figures right now. There's the Retrocard that we have right here, and then there is the one that came out, I think maybe about 4 years ago, with the jungle face paint on. I think it was Night Force. I was not impressed with the face of it outside of the face paint. There was really nothing there. It was not a good looking figure at all. So that's why I went with this one. It was actually cheaper than this, but I did not care to have that in my collection. Maybe if I see it in a deep discount bin, I might get it, but probably not. But this, I am very happy to have this in my collection. And the great thing about it is, even though it's a retro card, it still has a tough enough look to fit with my Night Force and my other G.I. Joe action figures. So if I want to take him outside, get some action shots, he will pair nicely with my Night Force Stalker, or my Rock and Roll, or Alpine, or so many other figures, my Sergeant Stalker, and as well, being a retro card, it fits in with those as well. So that's my thoughts. So what you guys think about it in the comments down below. And if you like the content, you want to help out producing it, you can hit me up with my Buy Me a Coffee. The link is going to be down in the description, and I'll put the QR code on the screen somewhere. You'll be able to find it. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, keep buying them action figures, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, I am out.